Greetings guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. The other day, Kat came up to me with her phone and she declared, Sav, I have found someone that you need to make a video about. And then she proceeded to show me this TikTok of this man who calls himself Czar Dating. And he is a guy who, declares himself as an alpha male, as far too many men do. And he gives dating advice because, who better to listen to about what women like than a man? After picking my jaw up off the floor from the video that she showed me of him, I decided that she was indeed right, and I did have to make a video about him because he says the most outlandish shit. Like, it really shouldn't come as that much of a surprise considering how much of this content exists, and yet every single time I am still so baffled that they think this, say it, and that people listen. So I wanted to sit down and share this suffering and hatred and frustration with all of you. You are so welcome. I'm gonna start off with the TikTok that Kat showed me. That is the one that left me being like, oh my god, I have to talk about this man. And this, by the way, keep in mind, has 117,000 likes. Okay, keep that in mind. Also, if you enjoy this video, please do not forget to leave a like down below. It really does help me out in the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm recently has been kind of unkind, especially with all these new censorship rules that are coming into place. And because of all of that that's coming in, I'm also going to be uploading on the second channel a bit more. I will be moving all my book content and stuff somewhere else at a later point. So more content will be on the second channel, Kiwi with a Q. If you wanted to go subscribe there, I appreciate it. And speaking of subscribing, if you enjoyed this video, please also do not forget to hit subscribe. I am trying to hit 500k by the end of the year, and I really, truly do appreciate it. Over 50% of you are regular viewers who are not subscribed, so even if you think you're subscribed, you might not be. So do check. I would love to see you again. I'm here a few times a week, so yeah. All right, with all of that stalling out of the way, I suppose I really should actually show you this man's content. Prepare yourselves. This one is titled, How Do You Respond to I Love You? Oh, also he has a podcast, obviously. These are all clips from his podcast because you can't be an alpha male if you don't have a podcast. That's like rule number one, have a podcast. And if you don't have a podcast, women won't even look at you. That seems to be the number one rule. They've never said it, but it seems to be. That seems to be the rule. Anyway, let's get into it.
So, if a girl says, I love you, how do you respond? You either respond with, I know you do. I love me too. What do you love about me? What's there not to love? I'm pretty fucking awesome. I am obsessed with I love you. Yeah. What's not to love? I mean, have confidence, but maybe. I feel like this possibly, definitely is not the way to respond to someone sharing that they love you for the first time. You don't have to say it back. If you're not there emotionally, if that's not where you're at and not what you're feeling, you don't have to say, I love you back, right? If you're not feeling it, fine. However, responding like this is a completely separate thing. This is not, I don't know why you'd think this would go well. Yeah, they're cocky, they're funny, she might punch you in the arm, right? And call you an asshole, but
he might get a punch on the arm, or you're gonna get left. She's gonna pack her shit, she's gonna get up, and she's gonna go. Or maybe she'll laugh it off and be like, ha ha ha, it's so funny. And then she'll just break up with you later. But either way, regardless of how this goes, don't do that. Don't take her emotional vulnerability in this emotional moment and turn it into a joke. Why would you think that that's an effective and good thing to do? Bro, this is why nobody loves you.
Women aren't logical creatures.
Women aren't logical creatures. Firstly, I'm a human being. We are human beings. We are human people, not creatures. right? Whoa. Secondly, I promise that we have logic. We are, in fact, people who have brains and the ability to use them and be logical. And a logical response to someone throwing your feelings in their face is to be like, fuck you, and to leave. Like, that seems like a logical response to me. Like, it's an emotional response and a logical response. And I think that that's a really important way to be in life, is to be both like logical and emotional. You cannot be just one or the other. That's how life gets you. Saying that women are illogical and saying that women are creatures, like both of those things, incredibly big red flags. Like the biggest red flags. Thank you for sharing this on the internet. I hope that no one ever loves you.
You have to engage in them in an emotional way, create some sexual tension. That is a great way of doing it. And let me tell you something, man. Just because a woman says she loves you first doesn't give you the right to say it back.
Doesn't give you the right? It doesn't give you the right to say it back. Do you understand the words that you're saying? Like, you're sitting here saying that we are illogical. We aren't logical thinkers. We don't know how to be smart and use our brains. Obviously, we think only in our emotions, and that's why you need to play on our emotions to build sexual tension. But you don't know what, like, having the right to do something is. You have the right to say and do whatever the fuck you want. Saying I love you, you're being like, that doesn't give you the right to say it back. I think that you always have the right to say I love you. You're always allowed to, you're always allowed to do that. You could say, like, you don't need to say it back. Like, just because she says I love you, it doesn't give you the, like, need to say it back. Like, you don't have to say it back if you don't want to. Like, sure. Yeah, it's not forcing you to do it, but you can say I love you at any point. Like, you have the right to do that literally whenever.
That's weak. There's no value in that.
If you don't see the value in expressing how you feel to your partner, you shouldn't be in a relationship. The value in telling someone you love them when you love them is the fact that you make them feel loved, you make them feel wanted, you make them feel like you are on the same page, like you are in a mutual sort of agreement and position and you feel the same way about each other. That has value. Making your relationship feel comfortable and safe and like vulnerable, that has value. And if you don't see that as having value and the only thing you see as having value is playing mind games to keep her on the hook, red flag. Oh my God, go away. Leave women alone and stop thinking about yourself for a second and start thinking about how we're all equal and you should want an equal partnership and not just trying to play games with someone.
That's why I came up with these responses. I want you guys to remember, tell her you love her on your own terms. Wait a month, 2 months after she has told you that. She ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere? She might be. Most likely will be. If you're waiting like a month or 2 months, not because you don't feel that way, but specifically just because you want to make her wait, women who have like good like self-respect in these situations are going to leave. It feels more like a test of being like, oh, I'm going to test to see how far I can push her and how like emotionally distant I can be and how much I can like take advantage of her and like manipulate her. Because if I'm like leaving her on the hook and like playing games with her and pushing her away and so like she keeps coming back, like that is you straight up testing how much power you have. This isn't about her. This isn't about how you make her feel. This is all about yourself. That is the problem, is that like these guys view relationships very much as like, what do I get out of it? What do I get out of it? What do I have to gain? This isn't about making her feel good. It's not about making her feel loved or wanted or desired. It's about how he wants to feel that. He wants to feel her chasing him. He wants to feel her desperate for his attention. That's not what a relationship should be. That is not what you should desire in a relationship. You are not giving advice about how to be in good relationships or how to get women to love you. You are doing this as being like, this is how you find someone that you can take advantage of. That's not relationship advice. That's abuse advice. This one is titled, "If you do this, she will make you wait for sex."
I will not, under any circumstance, take out a woman to a nice dinner date unless I have slept with her first. Alpha men, we take women out for drinks. We're not spending 3 hours on one date to get to know a woman. We don't have that kind of time. We're going out for an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours the most to get to know one another. It is a sniff test. Are you likable? Do we have a connection? Why would we keep our investment high by spending hundreds of dollars on a dinner date when we don't even know you?
See, this is wild to me because, like, just the way he's speaking about this, right? Being like, there is absolutely no value in getting to know someone unless you are sleeping together. Like, bro, oh my God, there is more to life and more to a relationship than sex. I'm not saying that it's bad to not go to a fancy restaurant on the first date. I don't know anyone who does that anyway. I don't know anyone who expects a first date to be at a nice restaurant. I don't know anyone who's ever gone to a nice restaurant for a first date. All the first dates I've gone on have been to like cafes or bars or like whatever. Like, firstly, I don't know anyone who's spending hundreds of dollars on a meal, period, ever. Why are you being like, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on dinner with a woman. You don't have to ever spend hundreds of dollars on a dinner. Where are you eating that is costing hundreds of dollars? Most people are gonna be fine with something that's more casual on a basis to like get to know you. But like, here's the thing too, right? Is that like, I don't know. I feel like these guys all go on dates like the day they first message them. They message them on Tinder or whatever and they're like, let's go out for dinner like tonight. It's like, if you want to get to know them before you invest your time in them, why don't you could talk for a little bit before you organize meeting up, for one thing. For another, like, if you were revolving how much you care about someone specifically around whether or not they will sleep with you, sort it out, bro. Oh my God, that is not the most important thing about any relationship ever. Unless it is supposed to be like a casual sort of hookup type relationship. But that's the thing, right? Is that if you are organizing something that is just meant to be a casual affair, like you want to sleep together occasionally and not really have an actual relationship, then like you don't need to go out for fancy dinner or anything anyway. You are just going to meet up casually, have a couple drinks and then go home together. Like, that's kind of the situation. He's talking like he wants like a serious relationship, but he's acting like he wants casual sex. And it's like, those are not the same thing. Are you giving advice on how to hook up with women, or are you giving advice on how to have a good relationship? Because you are currently doing neither. You're mixing up your advice and it's all bad. So.
And most of you ladies, you will not sleep with that man in one night. You're going to make him wait because you want him to perceive you as a good girl. So you're going to make him wait while you're sleeping with the dude that didn't spend any fucking money on you. And that is going to be facts, gentlemen.
What are you talking about, bro? Listen, okay, so now I'm confused again. So do you want a relationship or do you want sex? I can't tell. Because now you're here being like, if you're taking her out for dinner, she's just testing the waters. She's going to see if it's like worth it. But really, she's actually just using you for money. She just wants a nice dinner out of you. And then she's going to go sleep with this other guy. And they're just casual. They're not in a relationship. They're just sleeping together. And that's always happening. She's always sleeping with someone at the same time. So she's just using you. And if she's not having sex with you, it's because she's going home and having sex with this other guy. So, like, if you only want the sex part, why are you not that other guy then? And if you want a successful relationship and to be in a relationship, if this woman you're seeing is already in some casual relationships and is casually dating, you aren't at a point in this relationship where you can ask for exclusivity anyway. Like, I feel like it's completely valid for women to like not sleep with you on the first date. Firstly, I feel like they are allowed to get to know you a bit. If they want a relationship with you, then they want to get to know you before they get into a relationship with you. And if they're casually seeing someone else, that's none of your business at this point in time. You're not even in a formal relationship yet. Who cares? I'm sorry. If you don't want that to happen, you have to wait until you get to know each other and then are in a relationship and discuss the fact that you want it to be exclusive. Until that point, you're not allowed to care. Then on that, secondly, right, I do not understand where this notion comes from. This idea of being like, gentlemen, this is facts. If you're going on a date with a woman and she expects you to spend money on her, just know that she is going home and sleeping with someone else. Every single time, 100% of the time. All women are always hooking up with a bunch of men all the time. It's never just you. There's always someone else. Where are you getting this information from? Stop projecting. Like, what is What is happening in your brain that makes you think this is true? Have you ever spoken to a woman before? Have you like ever spoken to anyone outside of like maybe three women maybe, and then like the men in your circle who also refer themselves as alpha males, who's also never spoken to a woman, so all of you have made up this fake woman. You've all made up a fake woman that you're always talking about, and you're pretending that they're all the same. But in reality, none of you have ever spoken to a woman ever. And you've just created this fucking fictional reality. Why? What, is it just because women don't like you? Because if that's the case, which it is, maybe it's because this is what you're doing. Like, just use your brain for a second and realize that the common denominator here actually is it's you. On this note about like somehow for some reason projecting that all women are constantly sleeping around with a bunch of people, he made this TikTok that says, fellas, no girl is ever truly single.
No girl is truly fucking single, and you guys have to understand this shit. She has the mechanic who comes over and does work. She has the simp that she takes out, that she goes out to dinner with, and he's dropping all this money on her. She has the fucking beta male emotional tampon in the friend zone, the therapist, who she calls complaining about guys like me to him, and he listens thinking that one day he's gonna get it from her, and you ain't, bro. Okay, so keep wasting your time.
Where do you think we have the time? How are you looking at women and the state of reality presently and being like, every single woman is constantly sleeping with a ton of men. Every single woman is flirting with every guy they meet. They have the mechanic over. They have the electrician over. How often do you think we're calling like plumbers and electricians and things? Like, why are you acting as though this is something that is happening regularly? I've lived in my flat for 3 years. I've had an electrician over one time. I've had a plumber over one time in the 3 years that I've lived here. What is happening in your house where you need to get like tradies in every other Tuesday? Because that's not a thing that's happening. No one's got a bunch of tradies coming in and they're flirting with every single one of them. How did we get here? The amount of red flags, he doesn't have enough hands to be holding all the red flags that he has. He is like, his entire existence and being is just a red flag. Because why are you talking about people like that? Why are you referring to people like this? Oh my God. I just like find it so fascinating how so many of these men sit here and spout this exact same rhetoric when like, I know a lot of women, right? I have known a lot of women in my life. I know a lot of women. I know maybe one who is like this. One. And the reason that she is like this in the way of being like very hypersexual and constantly sleeping with a bunch of different people and like cheating on partners, etc. The reason she is like that is because of severe childhood sexual trauma. And she never got therapy for it or anything. And so this is the way that she has responded to that. Is the only person I have known in my entire life who lives even remotely close to the way this man and all these men like to describe. Like this whole thing of like having like a backup guy and everything too. Like truly, genuinely, where do you think we have the time? How are you acting as though this is a majority of women when it is very, very clearly not? Like it is a tiny amount of women. And if they are the only women that you are allowing in your life and they're the only women that you are interacting with or giving the time of day, that sounds like it's on you, bro. That's a choice that you have made. You have made the decision to only interact with women who act in the way that you are complaining about. Like sitting here and complaining about all these games that women play and how like you shouldn't put up with it and this is just the way that women are. It's like the way to stop getting into relationships where the entire relationship is a game is to stop playing games. Like, bro, you can't be complaining about getting the energy that you are putting out there. If your standard and the thing that you are looking for and what you are attracted to and you are putting into is this, that's what you're gonna get. You can't sit here and project what you think every single woman is like when you have spoken to like one woman and then you are like, that's every woman. Speaking of games though, this one is titled When She Blocks You.
Fellas, what do you do if your girl ever blocks you on the phone? That is highly disrespectful, my friend. If a girl ever blocks me on the phone that I'm dating, guess what? She's gonna feel that smooth pullback from me. It's almost gonna be as smooth as a Cuban cigar hit. She's not gonna hear from me for at least a week, maybe even 2 weeks. She will be put on check, bro.
I mean, that's kind of the point of being blocked, no? If my girl blocks me, that's highly disrespectful. She's not gonna hear from me for like a week or 2 weeks. Is that not what blocking is?
You have to check certain negative behaviors. That is one of them. You cannot let your girl get away with her blocking you. That is highly disrespectful. If you let certain people get away with negative behaviors, it builds and builds and builds and builds until she's cheating on you, until she's making fun of you behind your back to other men, until she's talking shit about you to everyone else around her. You need to check that shit as a man, bro.
Bro, this is so funny to me because they truly they're acting like teenagers. He's talking about a relationship as though he is still in high school. And I find it so fascinating because this is the way that so many of these people talk about relationships. It's like they are playing games that you hear like 14, 15, 16-year-olds play. How have you not grown out of that? How are you not embarrassed? Like, you are an adult. Bro, what are you doing playing games like this? What are you doing being like, I'm mad at my boyfriend, so I'm gonna block him? And then your response to that is being like, okay, fine, I'm just not gonna talk to you for a week. See how you like that. You are adults. You are grown-ass adults. Grow up. You shouldn't be blocking your partner. What are you fucking doing? Firstly, acting as though this is a regular, normal thing and being like, your girlfriend will block you. That's just something that comes with a relationship. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not a thing that should be happening. You should be communicating. If you are in a relationship where you are constantly blocking and ignoring each other and like riling each other up and just blatantly having no respect for each other, why are you in a relationship? If you are regularly blocking your partner from talking to you, this isn't a relationship that you should be in. If my partner blocked me, this is not the energy that I need in a relationship. This is not how we're going to handle situations. But I'm not in a relationship in which that would happen because we have communication and we like love and trust each other. We're not 14 years old. If you are in a relationship and your response to something is to block their number, you are not emotionally ready to be in a relationship. And if you are in a relationship where someone does something that upsets you and your response is to not talk to them for 2 weeks as a punishment for that, you are also not emotionally ready to be in a relationship. Everyone here is just playing stupid games. Be adults. Your entire relationship shouldn't be about playing games. Oh my god. Are the straights okay? No, the fuck they aren't. Jesus Christ, what's happening? What do you do if she blocks you? Break up. That's what you do. This is titled, If Your Girl Doesn't Give Up a Guy Friend.
Fellas, if your girl does not want to give up her best guy friend to be with you, she don't respect you, bro. She doesn't look up to you. She doesn't want to enter your frame. You're not that masculine alpha dude that she wants to be with. She's just settling with you. She don't even take you seriously, bro. This is why beta males get no respect. Women will settle for you so they can have their cake and eat it too. And if a woman is reluctant to give up her best guy friend, guess what? They have had a sexual past together, or they still have something sexual going on. You just don't know about it because you are a beta male. That's why. When a woman is all about you and she wants to be with that masculine alpha dude, she can give 2 fucks about her best guy friend. She'll give them up. No problem, bro.
Hey, bro, man, sir, my guy, have you ever considered the fact that maybe all your relationships have failed because you are the problem? Like, have you considered that, like, You're talking about women as a whole and being like, all women are terrible because they've all done all this shit that is unacceptable to me. All these women, like my relationships have all failed, not because of me, because I'm great and I'm perfect and I know everything there is to know about women. Obviously, listen to everything that I have to say. All my relationships have failed because women are the fucking worst. They play games with me. They block me. They don't give up their guy friends. They post photos on Instagram that I don't like. They do all of this stuff and I just like, I don't like it and I don't get it, and all women are the same. And it's like, hey bro, have you ever considered that maybe the problem is you? The problem is that all women are in fact individuals. We are all different people, right? We are all different. So women are not the common denominator here. The common denominator is you. You are the only thing that has been the same in every single relationship and every single interaction with women that has ever occurred. So the fact that every single one of them has failed or gone badly, surely you can reflect on the fact that you are the problem and not these women. Let's just say, right, you are sitting here and talking about all women as though we love drama and we love playing games and we love getting caught up in this and we love the push and pull and we'll give up our male friends and do anything you ask for. Have you considered that the reason you only end up dating women who love drama and play games is because they're the only ones who are willing to live by your fucking stupid rules? Have you considered that like most of the women who have like self-respect and like are sure of themselves are not going to date you because they don't want to put up with your bullshit because you're the one who plays the games and brings the drama? Have you considered that? Like, I don't think so, because obviously he doesn't want to date women who have high self-esteem and self-respect and like know that they are worthy of love, because he is not willing to give that. He's not willing to match that. He doesn't want to date women that care about themselves. He doesn't want to date women who aren't willing to sacrifice everything for him. So it's women's fault. Women love drama, even though he's the one that's bringing the fucking drama and refusing to take any accountability for that. You are the one who's playing the games, bro. This is the thing too, right? Like, he's acting as though all of his relationships have been like super successful. Like, he's out here being like, I'm a dating coach because I've had really successful relationships. He's what? I don't know how old he is. In his 30s, maybe? I don't know. But like, he can't have, his dating life can't have been that successful because he's talking about the fact that he has been with like dozens of women. He has been in so many relationships. So it's obviously been successful. But like, if you've been in that many relationships by the time you are your age, I'm not really gonna class many of them, if any of them, as being successful relationships. Like, if they lasted less than 6 months, that's like, sure, a relationship and maybe it had some sort of importance. But if you've just been bouncing between like multiple relationships that last 6 months or less, I'm not calling any of that successful. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just projecting, because I've been in 4 relationships in my life and all of them lasted like a year upwards. The shortest lasting one was 10 months. And there was one extra one I had that lasted like 2 or 3 months, but I don't call him my ex. I don't count that as being in a relationship. It was a relationship, and I like got to the point where like I loved him, but I don't call it a relationship. I don't call him an ex because it wasn't a relationship, and I'm not going to call that like a success story. And so it's fascinating to me that this man is here being like, yeah, I've had dozens of relationships that all lasted at least a month. They all lasted a month. So I obviously, if your relationships have only ever lasted a month, if every single relationship you've ever been in has lasted only that amount of time, I'm not calling you good at dating. Maybe part of that is to do with the fact that immediately you are telling these women to give up their friends. Maybe you're going up to women and being like, you have to give up your friend in order to be with me. You can't ask people to make sacrifices that early on into a relationship. Firstly, you should never ask someone to sacrifice their friends. But like, imagine going out with someone for like a week and then they come up to you and they're like, so if you want to be with me, you have to like leave your friends. Obviously, they're not going to respect you. Obviously, they're going to walk away from you because you are asking for like such an insane sacrifice when you've just met. Like, you can't expect people to be like giving up things that mean something to them just because you ask, especially when you're practically strangers. Never ask someone to give up a friend, but especially don't ask for that shit like day fucking one. Are you kidding me? The telltale sign She is about to cheat.
The second your girl starts posting provocative photos on social media, it's fucking over, bro. She's looking for something else that's out there. She's going back on the market. This is her way of inviting attention from other men.
Bro, it's so funny. Once again, you know that the only women he even is aware of existing is like a few like Instagram models. Because no, firstly, sometimes I just feel fucking hot. And me posting photos of myself in like a bikini or my underwear or whatever is not me like sexualizing or objectifying myself or looking for a particular type of attention. It's me being like, I feel really good today. I look really good today. And I like want people to appreciate that I feel and look good today. There's no ulterior motive to that. And like, I also would love to ask the question here of like, do you realize and understand that most people have less than like a couple hundred followers on Instagram? Like almost everyone that I went to school with has private accounts. They have 300 or less followers. They are on private accounts and they are still posting photos of them in their bikinis, of them like in their underwear, of them like looking hot. They have no followers. They're on private. How are they posting that for outwards attention? Life does not revolve around sex. Just because your life revolves around sex doesn't mean everyone else's is. Posting photos on Instagram does not mean anything to most people. Most women are not having random men slide into their DMs every day. That's not a thing that is happening. And if it is, most of the time, they're being ignored.
Women communicate differently than men. This is why I'm teaching you guys what to look out for. Fucking listen to me, okay? Stop listening to the women who hate on my channel, the same ones that you can find at fucking abortion rallies, okay? The same feminist women you can find at feminist rallies, the ones that no man fucking wants, okay? These are the women that hate on me because they can't get a fucking guy like me.
Bro, I fucking promise you, we don't want... we don't want a guy like you. I so promise none of us want you. We don't want you anywhere fucking near us, actually. Stay as far away as you can. I would get a restraining order against you if I could. Like, I wouldn't come to you with a 10-foot fucking pole. I promise we aren't hating on you because we are jealous and we can't get you. I promise that isn't the case. However, I can't say the same for you in return. Once again, I refer back to what I was saying before. You just cannot handle the idea of a woman being assured of herself. You cannot handle the idea of a woman being independent, knowing what she wants, knowing what she deserves, and demanding respect. You don't want to date feminist women because you want a woman who you know you can control and manipulate. You want a woman who has to rely on you. You want a woman who has low self-esteem and low self-worth and a lack of community so that you can take advantage of her and know she doesn't have anywhere to turn. That's why you don't like feminist women that you'll find in an abortion rally. Implying also, like, so fucking funny how these men do sit here and be like, no one wants those women. You can clearly see how many of us are in happy and healthy relationships. Unlike you, who has never had a successful relationship in his fucking life, bro. We are in relationships where we don't play games, where we have like love and mutual respect and understanding and communication. We have shared values and shared interests. We actually care about each other and who we are as people. We have communication. We're not out here playing games. We're not out here blocking each other. We're not out here threatening to like cheat on each other every other fucking day of the week. We're not out here giving each other the cold shoulder and like ditching each other and being like, I'm not saying I love you for 3 months because I want to keep you chasing me. Like, we are not in relationships like that. And seemingly you're complaining about relationships like that, and yet you like to sit here and say that we're the ones who are unhappy. You are complaining about the way that women act in relationships and ignoring the fact that you are the one who is fostering that behavior and are feeding into it and starting it. But then you see women who don't play those games. You see relationships where people actually like love and care about each other and support each other. And you're like, nobody wants that. None of you are wanted. None of you will ever be loved. Says the guy who isn't loved. Also, we don't revolve our lives around relationships either. Like, I'm in a happy and healthy relationship, but like, I was happy before I was too. Like, I didn't revolve my entire life around needing to be in a relationship. I felt comfortable in myself. I didn't always, but like the last couple years before I got into this relationship, I felt secure in myself and who I was, and I didn't feel like I needed a relationship. I knew who I was, and a relationship was something that like maybe I would want. Maybe it's something that I could find if I found the right person, but it wasn't something that I needed. Whereas you revolve your entire life around sex and relationships, and you are looking for someone else who does the same. Like, we're not the same. Like, no, we don't want you. Not that we can't have you, it's that literally we wouldn't go near you with a 10-foot fucking pole, and you couldn't get us. And that is why you are doing what you're doing. You're making everything women's problems because no one fucking likes you.
Listen to the fisherman on how to catch fish.
Listen to the fisherman on how to catch fish is still the fucking funniest shit you can say about getting into a relationship. Like, the amount of men who say, like, you don't ask a fish how to fish, you ask the fisherman. Because firstly, one, we're not fish. I'm not a fish. Women aren't fish. We are people. We are capable of having our own thoughts and feelings. We are all individuals. We know who we are and what we want and what we look for. You are a man who is looking for supposedly a life partner. You are looking for someone to like love and like be in a relationship with and dedicate your life to. And you're not going to ask the people whom you intend to do that with what they want. You're going to sit here and be like, I know. As a man, I know. And then every comment you get from women being like, hey bro, women don't like this. Women don't want this. This is not how you treat women. This is not what women want. You read all of that and you're like, what do you know? You're just a fucking woman. I know what women want. Not you. I know what they want. You. No one wants you. No one will love you because you know what you want. And I'm not listening to you. I'm deciding what women want. And if they don't want that, then they're the problem. I'm going to find the very few women who are going to tolerate my disrespectful bullshit because that's what they want. Not all women, just very few specific women. And I'm going to pretend that that's everyone. And I'm going to pretend that this is normal and that this is healthy and that everyone else is wrong. And that I'm the best and everyone else sucks because everyone wants me. And the reason that women hate me isn't because I'm bad and I treat women badly. It's because I'm too good for them. Men have nothing but the fucking audacity. The audacity of this man. Anyway, yeah, bro, shut up. No one gives a shit about this alpha male bullshit. I don't know a single woman. I've never seen a single woman use the word like alpha male in a non-ironic way. I don't know a single person who doesn't gag at the idea of even interacting with a man who unironically calls himself an alpha male. Sitting here acting like we're the minority and that like everyone wants you and the reason we don't like you is because you're too good for us. Get a reality check. Get a reality check because you are delusional. You are so delusional. Other men hype you up. How many women are in your comments right now? How many women are there saying that they want you versus how many men are there saying they want to be you? Because you've got way more men in there. Way more men are watching your content. Way more men are agreeing with you. So clearly you're doing something wrong. If you are looking to date women and you are only appealing to men, maybe you've got the wrong fucking idea. Anyway, these alpha males and their podcasts and their bullshit advice make me so fucking frustrated. Like, I hope you enjoyed this video and getting mad with me. It was a good little rant. I feel like I've gotten a lot off my shoulders. So a huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Aurora, Sienna, Alicia, Marielle, Bree, Bay the Trucker, Chastity, Beckett, Prismatic Petey, Sushi, Uh-Oh, It's Crigolo, Phil the Duck, River, Queen Glimmer, Ella, Mr. Noodle, Radsack, Knitting Menace, Samuel, Chris, Ellie, Alexis, and Bobby. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes.